Hello everyone, this is Real World Techie. Today, in this video, let's understand what an API is. Before getting into technical details, let's relate it to a simple scenario so that we can understand what an API is, how it works. Imagine there is a customer who wants to have food in a restaurant. Whenever he enters the restaurant, he would take a menu card, right? And later on, he would go all the list of dishes present in that restaurant and he'll pick the precise one which he wants to have. And whenever he got selected the dish, he doesn't go into kitchen and ask the chef to prepare food, right? Instead, he places the order with the help of waiter. And the waiter takes the customer's order and go to kitchen and ask the chef to prepare what the customer had choose that item. And finally, whenever the food is ready, the waiter would pick that food and serve to the customer. In this scenario, the customer is nothing but an app. For example, we can say a food delivery app or entertainment app. Let's name like Zomato, Swiggy, or Facebook or Instagram. Whichever app might be, the app will be used by the customer. And the kitchen is nothing but the server or the actual works happen, which is nothing but backend. And our waiter is the API. The API is nothing but it takes the request from the customer and talks to the backend system and gives the result. So in our scenario, the customer asked the waiter to get a food where the waiter acted like an API and he inquired whether the food is present or not. If the food is present, he made it to get processed. And at the end, the customer doesn't know what all backend things are happened, but the waiter was able to take care of request and get back the response. So here the waiter played a key role of API. So let's understand the API in technical terms. The API is nothing but application program interface which acts like a messenger between the apps and it can process request and exchange the response. And the user doesn't know what all the complexity ran behind whenever the API request is made. And why API matters? API is mattered because we connect to the different systems and services. In our scenario, the kitchen was the backend server and the food having place was a dining area. So there are two different systems where it got connected through the help of waiter. So that's why the API matters in our technical terms too. So if we want to make a request through an application, it would go to the backend and get all the details required for our user. Let's understand how API works. API works with the help of endpoints, which is nothing but URLs. And it works with the help of methods, which is nothing but get, post, put, delete. And whenever the API got called, we would pass a request, and whenever the process is done, we would get the responses. And data would be present in JSON or XML format, however it designed. And the status codes are nothing but whether our API call or request got successful or not. For example, 200 is nothing but a success code. 404 is nothing but a failure code or the request which we have made is not present. If we want to relate this one with our restaurant, if the customer ordered an dish, if it was present and it was served successfully, then the response code would be 200. And whichever the item the customer had requested and the restaurant doesn't have, it would give us a response as 404. Let's take a few real world examples. Google Maps API, payment APIs, login for Google and Facebook, and food delivery apps for backends, which is nothing but we use these all apps in our day-to-day life. If you got a better understanding of an API, please give my channel a like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.